Hello everyone, I hope you're well today. Hope you've been enjoying your V-Day celebrations. Perhaps some of you have already gone out for a run, that's fantastic. Comment below, let me know if you've already been out for a run and what you've been up to today. This is the last in the series of Live Well with Air workshops this week, but they do carry on next week as well. So hopefully you've been enjoying them. Please like, please share, let anyone know if they might be useful for them, because that would be fantastic to spread the word. All these fantastic practitioners giving up their time for free for everyone to help at this difficult time. So my name's Rachel, I'm the founder of Run Redbourne, which is the local village running club, which I set up in 2016. We've now got about 15 run leaders and over 500 members on our Facebook group. So if you're not part of it already and you like to run and you live in or around Redbourne, then please do come and join us. Some people like to run on their own and just discuss running, and some people like to run with us as part of a group. So whichever you are, there's something for everyone. We have all sorts of runs, from the beginners through to the more challenging runs, so hopefully you'll find something that suits you. Or if you're a lone runner, that's absolutely fine as well. You might just like talking about running, like a lot of us do, so feel free to do that. So I'm going to talk today about preparing for your run and warming up. So just to say, I'm an England Athletics trained run leader, and most of the warm-ups that I'm going to be doing are what I've learned as I've been going along and what I tend to do in my own warm-ups. I'm not a professional, but hopefully you'll find this useful, and some of you who've been on my runs will already have experienced the joys of some of my warm-ups. So just to say, warm-ups are really, really important. They're often forgotten, unfortunately, but it's really important to prepare your body for the run that you're going to do. Obviously there's different types of running, so if you're doing a fast track run, you'd need to prepare differently from a long and steady run. This warm-up is just a generic warm-up for anyone who's going out on a run, ideally just a steady sort of 5 to 10k type of a run. Hopefully you find it useful. Give me feedback. As we're going along, feel free to write questions in the comments. If there's anything I haven't covered, or there's anything else that you'd be interested in when it comes to preparing for a run, write it in the comments. I'll pick them up afterwards and I'll try to reply to everyone, so that'd be fantastic. So warm-ups, try to build them into your routine. Even if you only have half an hour to go out for a run, it would be great to just spend the first 5 minutes warming up your body, because you don't want to get an injury, because that could set you back so much further. So really do try and build this in. Get your body, blood flowing through your body, get your muscles warm and prevent injuries. That's the most important thing with the warm-up. Also, do you ever tend to find that first 1 or 2k you feel really, really sluggish and awful when you go out for a run? That's probably because you haven't warmed up properly. So it's a common feeling. The first couple of k, it takes such a long time to get into a run, and then suddenly it all clicks into place. That's probably when your body's warm. So wouldn't it be great to do that beforehand and have your body ready for the run, and then you go out the door and go for your run, and even the first k is enjoyable. Okay, so warm-ups. So they should be dynamic warm-ups, dynamic stretching we call them. So dynamic means that you need to keep moving when you're warming up. Static stretches are something that we would do at the end of the run or after the cool down. So that would be, for example, where you just take a muscle, hold it still. That would be a static stretch. Now you don't want to be doing that at the beginning of your run, because that could overstretch the muscle and cause more harm than good. With the warm-up, you just want to keep everything flowing, keep everything moving, just get the blood flowing around your body and raise your heart rate up a little bit, okay? So let's start off with the way I would always start my warm-ups. So I'm just teaching you what I would always do. I always start with ankle raises. Potentially because I have quite stiff calves, which some of you who are runners may also do. And just to say with the warm-ups as well, try and keep your arms moving as well as your legs. Replicate as far as possible what you're going to be doing on a run, okay? Because you wouldn't have your arms by your sides doing this. You'd have your arms moving as you raise your feet. So you can do single ankle raises, or you can go up and down at the same time, which is a little bit more challenging. So do about 10 of these. It's also really great, just a little habit to get into if you're cleaning your teeth. Just bounce up and down. Really, really good for your ankles. Even stay there for a while. Runners need good balance because you're going to be on one leg quite a lot of the time. So just bouncing up and down, okay? And then take that into a march. Just to start to get the blood flowing through the body. So do this for about 30 seconds. Okay, and then we're going to take our elbow to our knee. Again, probably about 10 on each side would be a good estimate, 10 to 15, but just do whatever works for you and your body. Some people want to do more, some people want to do fewer. That's absolutely fine. It's a really good one for the glutes, just to get them fired up. Okay, and swap to the other side. Again, using your arms as well. You may tend to find that one side feels completely different from the other. That's natural. I always find that one side is a lot stiffer than the other side, depending on what exercise I've been doing. Okay, so again, 10 to 15 on each leg. Okay, and just shake that out. And then we're going to do my favourite exercise. If you've ever come out on a run with me, I'll have definitely done this one with you. Runners call this opening and closing the gait. Okay, so you go on one leg, leg up, round to the side and down. This one is fantastic for opening up through your hips. Try to keep your stability through your core, your pelvis, and open up through the hips. Same goes for all your warm-ups. Try to keep as tall as possible, hold a good posture, and just warm up the particular, isolate the muscle that you want to work, or the area that you're trying to warm up. And again, a good estimate, 10 to 15 on each side. I can feel a few little clicks. If you're clicking, that's fine, that's just your muscles warming up. If it hurts, stop. The general rule, don't do anything within the warm-up that's going to injure you or that's going to hurt. If it hurts, there's a problem, so just stop. Okay, so that's opening the gait, where you're opening out your hips, and then we go into closing the gait. Okay, so just get your stability back, leg round and in. Again, you'll probably find I always start on the same side because that's the side that's most comfortable for me. You start on whatever side works for you. Again, 10 to 15 as a rough estimate. Again, just get your leg as high as it is comfortable for you. We're just trying to warm up your own hips. You'll all have a different range of movement through your hips. Okay, and on the other side. Don't make your movement too big. Don't move your body too much. You're trying to keep this part of your body straight and just moving your leg in. So you're actually isolating your hips. Okay, once you've done about 10 to 15, just shake that out. And then into leg swings, okay? So again, start on one side, backwards and forwards with your leg. Try to keep upright, so you're only swinging your leg. You're not moving the rest of your body. You'll see lots of runners doing this, always before the races. There's always lots of leg swingers going on. Hopefully not kicking the person in front of them, but there's always one, isn't there? Okay, so again, 10 to 15, just kick to your own height. You're not trying to overstretch your muscle. Even if you just do a gentle kick, that's absolutely fine. Whatever works for you. Okay, once you've done that one side, do the other side. Swing the leg through. So this side for me, a lot more stiff than the other side, just doesn't work as well. Okay, shake that out. So that's leg swings, forwards and backwards, and then leg swings side to side as well. So need a little bit of room, swing your leg up and down and through. You might want to hold on to something. There's a little bit of balance involved in this one. Grab a person, grab a side, grab whatever you need to. Again, 10 to 15, don't need to make them too high. This one is absolutely fantastic for the glutes. I can always feel this in my hamstrings and my glutes as well. On one side, Then swing the other side. Again, rough estimate, 10 to 15 on each side should be absolutely fine. Hopefully you can start to feel a little bit warmer now. Feel the blood flowing around the body, muscles getting warmer. Shake that out. Okay, and then we're going to go into lunges. So take 1 foot forward, down. Okay, and then take a big step with the other foot and down. Again, it doesn't really matter how low your knee goes at the moment because this is just a warm-up. Okay, if you can get your knee all the way down to the floor, that's absolutely fine. If you can't, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is your technique. Try and stay upright and try and keep everything in alignment. Your feet, your knees, your arms. Apologies if I'm not. I hope I am, but I can't really tell because I've got such poor eyesight I can't even see the screen. There we go. About 10 to 15 should do it. And if you can, and if you've got the space, walking lunges are absolutely fantastic for running. So you go down and then through like that. Okay? Let's just do one more set of those. These are really good. Lunges just generally really, really good exercise for runners. As I say, try and keep the arms in as well. Okay, and some side lunges as well. Take a big step out to the side and back. Step out to the side and back. Again, only do as much as you feel you can do. You should be feeling it there. Big stretch. But just keep that stretch moving, keep it dynamic. Okay? If that's all you've got time for, that's great. You'll be absolutely fine to go out for a run now. I tend to do some arm circles as well. Make sure you've really warmed up the arms, because really the arms should be working really hard. So if your arms are working hard, your legs are working hard. So with the arm circles, one arm at a time, start off smaller and get bigger. When you're doing the arm circles, have a think about your posture, have a think about your core. Are you going backwards with your arm? That's no good. Try and keep everything in line and just move your arm. Just isolate the arm. And on the other side, start small. Think about holding in your core, lock in your core, and backwards. If your rib cage is popping up or you're leaning, then do a smaller movement. Just do whatever you can control so that everything's in alignment. And more importantly, hold your core, 2 arms at once, okay? So what you don't want to be doing, you don't want to be doing this. You want to be holding your core in and moving around, because that's really working your arms, okay? Good. So we should have plenty of blood flowing around arms and legs now, almost ready to go. I tend to like to raise my heart rate as well before I go out for a run, because that's quite useful. So I tend to start off by doing some kicks to the back. And this is where you should start to see your breath really starting to shorten if you're doing it properly. So again, about half a minute to a minute. Kicks to the back as far as you can manage. Don't worry if you can't kick all the way to the back. Again, it would be great to have a space. You can do moving kicks as well. Those of you who run with me on a Sunday night, we tend to find a space, about 10 to 20 metres, and we'll do all our dynamic warm-ups along and back through that space. Okay, so when you've done the bum kicks, it's up to high knees. Again, don't overdo it, just comfortable high knees. However it feels for you, just keep it comfortable. Don't want to pull anything before the run. And again, really good to do these moving, okay? Okay, and just shake that out. The other thing that I do a lot of is skipping before I go running. If you think about skipping, you're really in the movement that you'd be in when you go running. So, do some skips. Just gentle ones to start off with. I'll go across as well for this. Just think about driving your arm through. And if you're doing some faster work, you'd work more on the skips and you'd do them harder and faster. One thing that's quite useful to do is some power skips. So skip, but really up into the air as high as you can. Okay, so doing a few of those will really, really get you warmed up. So lift off as high as you can into the air, okay? You can hear that my breath is shortening. I'm ready for my run now. I'm completely out of breath and ready to go because I've raised my heart rate up. I feel completely in the zone and I just want to, unfortunately I'm not going out for a run, but I would love to be going out for a run now because I feel completely ready. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Tune in next week, we'll do some more running preparation. Let me know if you've got any questions and any other things you'd like to find out about in terms of running preparation. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed it and go and enjoy your runs.